Namor has said some more idiotic things because do we expect any different?
Hey, listen. Someone has to tell Nate to stop talking. Somebody has to do it. Like, they just need to grab it and be like, look, I know you like doing press, but you're not good at it. So just stop. Like, cut it the fuck out. You're not supposed to say that part out loud. You're not supposed to tell these people that we actively don't hire creators that have a love for this content. How much, like, how detached do you have to be from a fan base to say that and think that it's going to be accepted or think that it's going to be taken in kind?
A person saying that is leading to the downfall of literally everything.
Yes. That is how you would deteriorate a brand.
Yeah.
That has been the argument, or one of the arguments in the recast debate here the entire time, is that when you start doing this mantle passing bullshit, you deteriorate the brand. You lessen it, you cheapen it. It becomes trivial and novel.
Mm-hmm.
You're not doing yourself any favors if you want to see this franchise progress playing hot potato with the mantle. And yes, T'Challa's son is still, even though I would love to see the best iteration of that possible, it is still playing hot potato with the mantle. T'Challa's son is not T'Challa. T'Challa Jr. Toussaint is not T'Challa.
He is T'Child.
We don't even need to do that. We don't need to do that. You know why we don't need to do that? Because all them people that said the recast debate is over and, oh, Wakanda Forever, it was so great. You didn't go back and see the movie. You didn't. The numbers are pretty much in set. We're past Thanksgiving weekend now. The movie's fighting to be financial. If it makes $800 million, it'll be lucky and it'll barely cross the bar of making money. If it makes $800 million. Anything less of that, we're talking about a financial loss.
Mm-hmm.
For all of the debate around Recast T'Challa, the people on the other side did not go support the movie. They either didn't go see it and pay for it, or you didn't go back and see it again. You saw it once, you said, oh, it was the greatest thing ever, and then you didn't go see it again.
Well, those people, I don't even know if those people as a whole went and seen the first movie. If they seen it once, they might have seen it twice, maybe. But the people who saw it multiple times are the people who are now saying a recast.
Domestic viewership, multi-viewership is what drove that film to 1.3 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Here at home, our community going to see that movie over and over and over and over again. Sorry, Ryan and Nate and Kevin, we don't want a repeat viewership of the tragedy that is Wakanda Forever. We don't want repeat viewership of everybody that started this franchise dying, except for Shuri and Lupita Okoye, or not Okoye, Nakia.
Crazy enough, dying or in prison, because
we can't do anything other in the only uncolonized country on the planet besides die, get locked up. Sit. It's all we can do. It's the only way we can motivate. It's the only way that we can have a story arc completed. It's the only way we can push forward to a new story arc. It's the only way we can introduce a new character is die, 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 die.
And get your ass whooped if you're M'Baku. Sorry.
So disappointed in the direction of this film, man. So utterly disappointed because if I could lay this all at the feet of recasting the character, I would almost be happy. I would almost be happy to walk in here and say that my only problem is the fact that they didn't recast the character. I would love to say that because it would be so much better than what we have now.
Yeah.
Anyways, we know we're not gonna do that. Let's talk about Nate more.
Yeah.
So we don't want writers who are fans of Marvel content because they come in with preconceived notions of who the characters are. Y'all know me. There's opinion and then there's fact. Fact. These characters have lore. They have history already established in other mediums, whether you want to acknowledge that or not. You cannot simply continue to ignore that and expect people to respect your opinion on it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't expect people to hear your point of view when you are saying things that are verifiably untrue. A character is what it is. Now, you are more than welcome to make your version of it as a creative. Absolutely. You are more than welcome to take your liberties and make your changes and make the character your own. The problem is that all the people, or the majority of the people that are going to come and see it multiple times, leave the theater, go buy the memorabilia, buy the DVD when it comes out just as a collectible, buy all the merchandise after, those people are expecting something.
Yeah. Yep.
They are only going to spend that money to buy the brand that they know.
Mm-hmm. And their expectations are based off of
what has already been done.
Already there.
So you keep doing all these 180s with these characters because, oh, well, you didn't have a preconceived notion of who this character is. And you ended up all the way in left field. And now all that potential merchandising money, which is where all the actual movie money is in the first place. It's what they don't tell y'all when they're writing these articles about the big box office pools in the first weekend. All the money is in merch, toys, t-shirts, blankets, snuggies, souvenir cups. That is where the money is. And when you can't sell that, you don't have a financial movie. You have to do so much to promote it anyways, outside the exorbitantly high filming budget.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention what you have to pay the cast.
Yeah. Yeah, that number is constantly increasing.
For superhero movies, and it's not really going to go down.
Yeah.
You'll see less superhero movies before you see lower budgets.
Yeah.
Because you can only do it one way to make it look good. I just think it is a very backwards way of looking of franchise building. Like you would never hear J.K. Rowling or anybody from Warner Brothers say, yeah, we went for writers that actually didn't care for the character of Harry Potter. It's just like, and you can tell that that's how they feel too. It shows in the content. It shows in the people that they choose to write and direct these projects. Mm-hmm. It shows. I just never thought I'd actually hear them say it out loud.
Right. No, it's just baffling because it's just like you literally have a home run hitting machine. Right? All you have to do is make what's there.
Just show the stuff, bro. Just do the stuff.
Because all people want to see is a real life form of what happened in the comics. And when you try to get so much away from that, people don't know what to expect. And then can go in there and just bash your movie because all you had to do was...
I will never get the obsession with trying to make the general audience your core. They're too fleeting. Their attention span is too small. And their loyalty isn't tied to anything but the brand. And you know what happens when that's the case? When your brand sucks, they leave. The writing is on the wall with Disney. Like, there's blood in the water. I'm not saying they're failing. I'm not saying they're about to go belly up tomorrow. But there's blood in the water. There's blood in the water on the news networks. There's blood in the water on the sports networks. There's blood in the water at the movie studios. Their animation studio, they're bleeding out.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody seen Strange World? Did anybody go see Strange World? Did you even know it going out? Do you know what Strange World is?
I had to look it up last time you mentioned it.
They're hemorrhaging right now.
And that's the other thing. It's like, I'm sure Marvel thinks, oh, there's not any real competition. I mean, look at DC. But it's like, you're not fighting against DC.
You're creating a void. You're creating a power vacuum. Oh, yeah, one more Iger thing that seems to be dragging them down in the mud. That $80 million Fox buy is hemorrhaging the money. Because, I mean, they haven't got much of a return back on it yet. Like, none of the films that they put out right there at the end made money. The last X-Men film with the Phoenix or New Mutants, neither one of those made money. Mm-hmm. They haven't put out a new Deadpool movie right now. So that's still just all money out for the film budget. Same thing with Avatar.
X-Men 97.
That's just all money coming. Well, I don't even think they've started on X-Men 97 yet. And that's probably going to be a Disney thing. That's going to be an in-house Disney thing. But Fox, Deadpool, and Avatar or two very expensive movies that haven't even come out yet. So it's just
Well,
literally
Avatar will probably
Avatar's budget is insane.
Yeah.
Avatar's budget is unholy. They're gonna have to get $1 billion plus, like $2 billion, to be financial. Which,
well, I was gonna say it's probably gonna get that money, but then if it's not a good movie, it's
tracking
not.
worse than Wakanda Forever, and Wakanda Forever is not even gonna make $1 billion. So,
but it's got the holiday season for it, so
it does have the Disney, not the Disney, but the the Christmas push holiday season.
Disney and Christmas are becoming synonymous.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I know I'm more excited for that film, obviously, than I was for Wakanda Forever. But I don't know. The numbers aren't saying that it's tracking very well. Pre-sales are not up the same way the pre-sales for Black Panther weren't up. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see what all of this amounts to. But one thing I do know is getting people who don't care about the characters to write these characters and then expecting the fans of these characters to like it seems like the stupidest thing I've ever heard an executive say. I don't know what I'm missing. I don't know what I'm missing in that makes it seem right or virtuous or correct or the best course of action. Let's get people who are not familiar with this character and don't know anything about them, which probably speaks to their level of wanting to find out about them once they're asked to do it, and let them do it, and let that be our standard that by which we hire people. It just sounds very counterproductive.
I'm not a comic book fan, and I can tell you that that's probably the stupidest thing.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Would you hire people that don't like soap operas to write soap operas? I'm so confused as the direction here. What sense does that make?
Yeah.
Like you're trying to reinvent the wheel. You're trying to make the wheel a square. What are you doing?
Well, even with the soap opera example, there, at least in that case, you have kind of creativity. But then with this, like, there is already source material there. Like, I don't know. It's just fucking stupid.
There's a little bit of arrogance in that too. That says the things that we can create are better. Right, they're better than the work that's already been done, which is it's a little bit of arrogance. We can tell these stories better than the creators of it.
That era of arrogance was already there.
Yeah. I'm just being honest. That sounds arrogant when you're saying that you want somebody who's going to break the mold of what's already been done, someone who doesn't have any biases or any type of conceptions about what the character is. You're essentially saying that the people who do have those notions or those biases are not as good. Is essentially what you're saying.
Yep.
So damn Kevin Gervaux or Jeffrey Thorne or Reginald Hudlin or Christopher Priest, damn them. Let's just get, I don't know, just Jessica Gao. Because, she thinks it's funny to write a law show and know nothing about American law. Court scenes with people who have no idea how to write a court scene. That's so funny. And then just because we know it's going to be so crappy, we're going to troll the people who are going to troll us preemptively before we've ever received a single bit of criticism. Now that's Hollywood, baby.
Yikes. Terrible.
Yeah, because that's the way to go, Nate. You're so right. Give us your thoughts on this latest interview from Mr. Nate Moore. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and come back next week for more content.
Absolutely, and make sure you check out our previous video where Nate Moore said some stupid shit and we reacted to it. And make sure you subscribe anytime Nate Moore says some stupid shit. We'll be sure to react to it.